Hi everyone. I have the chat on this time, and I know that there's no one watching because I didn't even tell anybody that I was going to be doing this. So, and I'm not exactly sure where I'm supposed to look. It's like a brand new, different way to do it. But I put the chat on. Ooh, and the mail's coming. So that hopefully I can look at the chat while I'm videoing, but I don't know if I can. I'm trying to see if I can. And I still see that there's nobody on, so I'm going to take my time to see if I can see this. Videos. I wonder if it's because I'm logged in here. Oh goodness. It's trying to pick a picture. What is it doing? I don't want a picture. Um, well, if I can't see the chat questions, I apologize. I'm still learning some of this and how to do it all. Our postman is kind of goofy. It's like they forget stuff and they turn around and come back and... But anyway, let me just go ahead and get started because I do not see this video in order to reply to comments or anything. So that's weird. So I apologize. Sorry, we're a minute into it and I haven't really said a thing, but the title of the video probably gave it away what I'm going to be doing. I just want to discuss the wedding is a year away. Katie's getting married. And what have we done? So I feel like we've done quite a bit, but there's still so much to do. And weddings are one of those things. I am a very detail oriented person, so I can go nuts with details on weddings. And, you know, it's once in a lifetime, hopefully, and it's a lot. It's a lot of money. So we did get this wedding planner. I ordered it on Etsy and I gave this to Katie as a wedding or an engagement present. And it has a checklist of things that you need to be doing. And Katie has really been she has her own copy, of course, and I made myself a copy just because I bought the printable. So I thought, well, why not? But I haven't even opened mine, honestly. This is the first time even kind of looking at it so that we can see what some of the things are. And Katie's kind of keeping track of all of that. What I am using as my kind of Bible is a little book that I made, and it's Katie and David Williams, and I decorated it all cute. And then I put little tabs in here so I know exactly what I'm going through or going to, what I need to see. Um, and I put pictures of them. Isn't this cute? So that's when they were engaged, and then they just had a photo shoot with engagement pictures, and that's that. So there is that. And I put that I wrote a letter to David's parents to share with my excitement about them and all of that. And I just wanted to just say that I'm excited for them. Sorry, my dog is barking. And then I also have some wedding shower ideas in here. We know that we would like to do kind of a tea party, and we're just not sure where. We're trying to find somewhere that would be economical and safe and safe from the COVID, I mean, because I'm not sure, but I'm hoping that everything is better by this time next year, but who knows? So I'm trying to make sure that I'm paying attention to that when I'm looking at places for different things. But we have, so big things that we've done though is the dress. We got the dress. It was amazing. We got the dress and we got the venue on the same day. And we even bought flowers that day, thinking that we were going to make our own arrangements. But David, Katie's fiance's parents, said that they wanted to pay for flowers and for the videographer. So they're going to do that, which is very nice. And so Katie's going to have real flowers. We're not sure what we're going to do with the flowers that we already bought. Um, you know, we haven't touched them. So if I can return them if we decide, or if she wants to use them for something, we can do that. But she's deciding on that. We have, or she has asked her bridesmaids, and she's going to have 5. She only was going to have 4, and then she decided that she wanted to add another friend. So she has 5, and she has asked the flower girl, but I made a card for the flower girl, and we're going to send this to her too. I thought this was just really cute, just a little princess card. And Katie's going to write a note and put it back here, and then Katie's going to mail this to her to just let her know that, you know, she's excited and wedding's a year away. And then for the groom, the ring bearer, I made a card because he loves dinosaurs and he's like 6. So I thought this was really cute. Look at that cute diamond ring. Oh my goodness. Hi, Winnie. And I made a veil. It was just fun putting this together. So this is going to be his card, and Katie and David are going to give this to him. So Katie is in St. Louis now, so that makes things a little bit more complicated, but I don't think it's going to be too bad. It's just a little bit of coordinating, especially the tastings. Winnie, goodness gracious. What is up? Mama's doing a video, girlfriend. Mama's doing a video. She wants to say hello, I think. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Silly girl. I had a video posted earlier today with them, so that was fun. So I have lots of ideas of the bridal shower that we want to do. So I've done a lot of Pinteresting, and I have printed a lot of pictures thinking, okay, this might be something, this might be something. And her theme, she wants sunflowers and sparkle, and she's girly, but the shower I think is going to be more of a tea party theme, and it's going to have pink as the main color, I believe. And I did find invitations. I found some printable invitations for both the shower and the wedding. I found them on Etsy. And with the shower one, they had matching games. I can just tell you, let me see here. There were 16 games that I got. There were thank you tags, thank you notes. So I got the whole collection of printables. So I just need to get them printed and figure out how I want them printed and all of that, which is fun to me. Those kind of details are fun. Same with the wedding invitation. I think that we're going to have it printed on ripped, like paper, like ripped homemade paper. Look, it's really nice with a beautiful sunflower on it. Winnie girl, good grief. And Winnie, please. Shh. She's like, Mom, I don't think she has to go to the bathroom. I just let her out. So, or I actually just let them in. So I don't think she has to go, and it's raining, so she doesn't want to anyway. Even if she does want to, she won't want to. So, goodness, I keep losing track of what I was saying. That was for the wedding itself. So we have all the paper goods that I think we're going to need. We have the, you know, Mr. and Mrs. sign. We have, and all of those are, we have the printable. I don't have the physical item yet, but I've purchased the printable. The Mr. and Mrs. sign I have, though, physically. I have the little things that go over their chairs that say Mr. and Mrs. I do have for the shower, I got this in the mail just yesterday, and it's a sash that says bride to be, and then it has little rings, and this is one of the games. Every person at the shower gets a ring, and they can't say wedding or bride, and if they do, then you steal their ring, and then the person with the most rings gets a prize. And I do have some prizes already that I'm stashing away, candles and such, for the shower. I think I'm also going to do some teacups with the shower, and I think I'm also going to do maybe some frames, because there's one game that you put the picture, I think there's 10 different pictures that you use of the bride, and people have to guess how old she was at each picture. And I was thinking I might do those in really cool frames, and then whoever wins prizes could pick one of those frames. I was just trying to think of things that practical things that I would want. You know, I know that some people give like, I don't know, candy jars and stuff like that, which are all great. And that's another thing that actually might even come to fruition, because you guess how many kisses are in the jar, and then, you know, that would be the prize, is the jar. So I don't know. I was trying to think of things that people would actually use. One thing that I did think of was a teacup that you make into a candle, and then they can light the candle and have the teacup. But I don't know if I'm going to go to that extent, because I think I'm going to do the wedding shower with Lisa's help. And right now I am leaning toward either renting a place like at a clubhouse or something like that and having the shower there, or having it as like a picnic style outside at a park, where you rent one of those not tent, but it's a, oh, it's like a building, but it shelter. It just has a roof. There's no walls, and then but there's picnic tables and stuff. So I was kind of thinking of that as well. So I don't know. I might do that. Katie, that's the last idea that Katie and I were tossing around. The only problem with that is that, I mean, I love that it's outside, especially with the whole COVID stuff. I love that. But it's going to be probably early June, and it's going to be really hot. And her wedding is outside, so do I want her shower outside too? Maybe I should rent just a building and that has air conditioning and have it there, and then we can make most of the foods and do that. I don't know how many people are going to be at the bridal shower. If any of you guys have any ideas of who you're supposed to invite, I haven't looked that up yet, but I do love to research, so I will look at that. But right now I have about 20 to 25 people on the list, and so if that's the number, that's not very many at all. So that number is very doable as far as like tea party kind of foods, like little sandwiches, and she's thinking of like little fruit pizzas and little fun sandwiches, and the Miss to Mrs. balloons. So I have a lot of those picked out that I have either in my Etsy cart or in my Amazon cart, but I haven't purchased them yet because it's just a little too early. I don't want to purchase them and then, you know, have her change her mind or whatever. So with the bridal party, we have been thinking of things to give to them. And I think we have our little bridal package, our bridal party package ideas all ready. I think I'm going to make a tote bag for each of them. Well, not make a tote bag. I'm going to buy a tote bag and then personalize it with my Cricut and vinyl, put their names on it. And I think we're going to put a robe inside, a pair of pajamas inside, maybe a water bottle that I can personalize. There were a few things that we had thought about. And then for the maid of honor, not the maid of honor, the flower girl and the ring bearer, make t-shirts. One says ring security, the other one says flower patrol or petal patrol or something like that on it. Kind of cute. And then of course, I don't know, maybe like a coloring book or something that would keep them entertained while they were at the wedding and while they were waiting for everything. So we have those. Oh, little nail polish with a veil like tool coming off of it. Even some antibacterial gel I thought of to put in their kit. I just think that will be fun. And then we're going to do a timeline that will tell them where they need to be when and all of that for the day of. Katie hasn't decided exactly what time she wants to get married, but like the big things are pretty much done, but the details are not. Like even invitations, it's awesome to say, yeah, we picked out our invitations, but then the details of the invitations, I mean, they say devil's in the details, and that's for sure, because like there's a specific way you need to word them, and there's a specific way you need to write things that indicates whether or not it's formal or informal, and it indicates whether or not children are allowed, and it, you know, all these different little pieces, nuances of it that you have to make sure that you get correct so that people get the right message for everything. So those are just kind of the things that we're kind of looking at now. We have not picked a DJ, and we have not picked a caterer. But the good and bad news with the venue that we picked is that they work with a specific few caterers and DJs. Excuse me. So there's only 4 to pick from in each category. So we know that somebody's going to be available because they only use those 4. And we know that they're all familiar with the place and they are comfortable there and all of that. So that's all fabulous. The only downfall is that they're all pretty pricey, and you can't really negotiate because they're all about the same. So Katie has to come back. Katie and David have to come back to do tastings, and we're trying to do that here coming up in August, so that we can at least get that picked out and out of the way, and I can start paying for it, because I need to start paying for all of the stuff, just because I am going to be paying for the majority of the wedding, which is okay. I am excited about that. I like being able to help, and I'm happy that I can, so it is okay. So we have picked, she has, I say we because I feel like I'm a part of it, but I am her wedding planner too, so I guess it is kind of we. We have picked out a florist, and again, David's parents are paying for that, and we've picked out a photographer who is fabulous. She's the same one that did her engagement photo shoot and her I used to call that the engagement, when they got engaged that day, so whatever that's called, that photo shoot. And her husband does videography, so they met each other, I guess, in some sort of film class at school, and so they both do that kind of thing. And so he is going to be doing the video, and she is going to be taking all the pictures. And I've made a calendar in my book that has January, February, March, and April. And then starting in May, I've made it like a big calendar so that I can make sure that I know when we're supposed to do things, like sending out the invitations and sending out the save a date and all of that. We haven't made the save a dates, but she's picked out kind of her idea for it. And we're going to do a picture of them, and I think we're going to do it in a postcard style, so it will be not very expensive. I'm just going to get the picture printed probably at Vistaprint or at Walgreens or whatever. I'm not too worried about that. I do need to find somebody who can print on that ripped paper, just because I think that we will really like that for the invitation. I have ordered a lot of sample invitations to be sent to Katie's so that we can just get ideas of paper. And I mean, like I said, we already picked out the style that we want, and we just need to get them printed. So we got lots of different ideas, but one thing that I think we're going to do is take the invitation and the details card and the RSVP card and put a piece of lace around them, and then a piece of twine around that, and tie it, because her wedding is kind of rustic yet elegant. It's just going to be really neat. And I know that she's going to she's going to do a dance with David. She's going to have pictures of people who have passed, my parents and her dad's mom, and David has a grandpa who has passed, and we're gonna I'm gonna get nice frames for those, and we're gonna put those out, and there's gonna be flowers around it with the little saying, and I already have the little saying because I got it with the invitations and stuff. So I'm really happy that I got all of that, because that takes a huge weight off my shoulders, knowing that I at least have that to, it's kind of a nice reminder too of all the things that you need to do, because if I have a file that has the, I don't know, the memory jar or the memory, I know that, oh, I still need to do that. So that's kind of nice. It's playing out nicely. We're looking at details even with the invitations, like I said, stamps and envelope liners, and I mean all of those little fine details that maybe don't matter to most people, I kind of fret over. I love the detailed things, so that's kind of where I am both helpful and a hindrance, because I make things a little more complicated and a little more expensive, but I think I personally think that it makes a big difference. So those are the big things. I also have files going of everything. So I have like a miscellaneous wedding invitation or wedding information. I have a budget file. I have a DJ file, a caterer file, contacts and contracts, and a to review file. Since they aren't here, I have that so that when I have something that I know that they need to look at, I'll put it in there. And then I keep all of this in a little, well, it's a, I was going to say a briefcase, but it's a like a laptop bag so that I can have it all together all the time and know exactly where it is. So that has helped a lot. We did decide that she's going to do assigned seating, so that's something that we've been kind of tossing around. We have decided on the place to have the rehearsal dinner, and we have reserved that, and we have that room ready. We have the pastor, and let me just see here. We've picked out the videographer, the florist, the officiant, the venue. We are looking at programs. We've picked out the dress and the veil. We've gotten preservation of the dress. She hasn't gotten food yet, or shoes yet, and flip-flops. I'm gonna order a bunch for the dancing at the reception. And we haven't picked out anything with the cake yet because that depends on the caterer. Some of the caterers do the cake, some of them don't. So it kind of depends on where that falls. We have the invitations, and she has decided on how she wants to do her hair, well, who she wants to do her hair, and she's contacting them to make sure that they're available and all of that, and we have to put a down payment down for that. And we've gotten a cake cutter, you know, the little cutter, the knife and the little scoop thing, whatever that's called, serving spatula or whatever. We have that. I've just been buying things every once in a while if I find it and I think it's perfect, or, you know, I'll send pictures to Katie and say, hey, I found this. Do you like this? And if it's the right price and the right time, I just go ahead and get it. And then I figure if she decides on something different, which she's not really that way, but I know that that's something that my friends have said, be careful, because what if she decides on something else? I don't really think she will, but if she did, then I don't feel like I've spent too much on the little things like that, because I've found when I've gotten them, I've found them for a great price. That's the reason I'm getting them early. And then as far as DIYs, I am going to be DIYing, well, the invitations, I guess. We're going to be DIYing her bridal shower, and Lisa's going to help me a lot with that. As far as her wedding goes, there's not going to be a ton of DIYs for the wedding itself. I'm trying to think. Maybe a few decorations, but now that we're not doing the flowers, I think that there's not even going to be a lot of DIY with that. So I will be sure to share what I do DIY. I will try to do this video again maybe in 6 months or something, so that you guys can see what we've done then, and then I'll do one before the wedding so that you could see what we've gotten then, and then of course I'll do one after the wedding so that you guys can all see her and her dress and how fun it was, and we can talk about that. Oh, and as far as dresses, I have also decided that I would like, I mean, I haven't totally decided, but I'm thinking I would like a champagne colored dress, like a taupe, maybe a little bit of sparkle. And Katie said that she wants me to have sparkle in my hair, so I think that I'm going to have the same person, the same salon that's doing Katie's hair, also do my hair. And it was very reasonable. I remember I had gotten my hair done for my friend's wedding, and this is like when I was like 24, so, you know, just a couple years ago. But I think it was like, I don't know, $150, and this place that she's picked out, and she knows the person, they went to high school together, I think it's like $65 or something for the mother of the bride hair. So I don't know, I'm kind of excited, and you know, you can't really do much. I mean, I'm sure that they can do something, but I don't know, I'm just excited. And it's an outside wedding, so we're probably all gonna have our hair up in some way, but I'm kind of excited about that. And one of her bridesmaids, so her dad is married to someone named Angie. Angie has a daughter named Courtney, and Courtney is a bridesmaid. But Courtney also went to beauty school and loves to do makeup and stuff. So Courtney is going to be able to do Katie's makeup and maybe some of the other girls. So that's kind of nice. And I'm not going to do anything with the bachelorette party. I'll let Katie and her friends plan that. And I told them that if they needed me to help them with anything to let me know, but otherwise I'm just going to kind of step away from that and let them do that. But then I'll do the shower. So I feel like I've talked a lot, and I think that that's about everything. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know, and I will do the best I can to answer them. And I guess I'll go let my dogs out because it sounds like they need to go. Bye.